Hello guys, and welcome to this new video against lower rated players. So we are playing against Ravim20 from America. So it starts with knight f3, let's go c5. I like to play c5 because this is not a move that is played by most players. So you try to get your opponent a bit out of his usual ground. So we're playing like knight c6, so for the moment this is just symmetrical. Nothing much to say, so we could push either d5 to try to change the thing a bit, or we could can I try to go e5, d3, and then maybe d6, just to try to have kind of a conflict in the center. Not conflict, I mean, but to break a bit those symmetricality. So I cannot play e4 because of knight g5 and I lose my pawn. So let's just for a moment push d6. Let's try to see how it reacts in the center. Go bishop e6. And maybe queen d7. I could try to go as a barbarian to attack this king. I don't think, not sure it's really a good idea. So I'm just playing queen d7 now. Just having a look at his reactions. Bishop g5, bishop f6. Okay, so now it's an important choice. I can either take with the bishop and have the bishop pair in a close position, which is not a really good thing, or I could try to bring this pawn to to double those pawns, control even more the center, push then f5, f4, and maybe have a look at this king, because my king is still on e8, so I still didn't say where my king is going, and I'm trying to take with the pawn. So I will try to build pressure against this king, and my center will be really strong. So I like this pawn take move. I like this option. So whenever he plays e4, I always have f5. So let's go. I can go h5 here. Even if he plays f4, I can go h4. So now that the knight is not controlling the h4 square anymore, this move is even stronger. And this king is looking a bit weird. So knight d5. This is definitely not a bad move. Let's continue, play h4. But for the moment it doesn't have any threat. I will need a move to play long castle and then bring the rook to g8. And well, he needs to find a solution to defend his king, but definitely this bishop f6 move was not the best move he played in this game. So knight e4. Okay, he wants to play knight f6 and make a fork. So I can either play castle and okay, I cannot play f5 unfortunately. If rook h6, which was my first thought, he has queen d2, and maybe I can play rook h6, queen d2, rook g6. I'm defending the pawn and then I'm preparing f5 to kick this knight away, and the knight will not have any good squares. So let me try rook h6, queen d2, rook g6, and I don't see any useful square for his queen then. Just want to say that I think Ravim20 is playing really too quick. I mean, we have time, and you should always try to work on your time management. This is key moment of the game. The game is deciding right now, and you need to take your time. So rook h6, okay, queen b3. I don't see any threats. I don't see any threats. So I can go knight d4, maybe winning a tempo on this queen. and see what's next. If it comes back to d1, I could even kick this knight. I could kick this knight away now with f5. Knight c3, knight b5, recycling the knight. So I'm not even sure I need to long castle here. F5 was maybe not the best move because knight c3 is really annoying because you can always take and bring another one. Can I play f4? If pawn take h3 and I'm killing this king, maybe, probably. Or I could take. I love f4. This is opposite castles, guys. So we need to checkmate now. Now we need to give all our power against this king. Queen a4. So he's cracking under pressure here because after knight e2 check, he cannot retake the knight because I'm winning the queen. So I'm giving this check now. Then I'm taking this queen and I'm taking this pawn, and this is game over. So let me take the queen. I think this is game over. So he takes back. I'm taking the pawn. Straightening checkmate. Rook take h2 checkmate is a threat now. It's a shame. If my rook was available, I could play rook h2 and rook h8. The rook is 2-4, so I have the choice. Either I can take with the pawn and go and threat rook h2, so he plays h3, bishop takes, rook take, king g2, rook h2 check, king f3, g2. Yeah, I think this is working. So pawn take, h3, bishop takes, rook takes, king h2, rook h2, king here, pawn to e2 is an option. Or I could take on g3, take on d5 and take on f1. I think this is safer. So if he plays knight c7, I just go king d7, he takes over a8, and I go bishop knight e3 or knight take h2, and this knight will need ages to get back into this game. So I can just take this one. And go bishop g4, bishop f3 maybe. And this knight is pretty much buried there because I mean it's protected, but I mean it's really hard to get it out. This knight also, all the knights on the edge of the board, and it's really hard now to play for Ravim. King g2. This is a decent idea, but I go f3 check now. So if he goes king g3, I go rook h3 check. All my pieces are protecting each other. And if he plays queen g1, I'm going bishop h4 check. And now I'm pushing g2. So my guys are marching on the board now. I could go rook f6. So now I want bishop g5, king e4, rook f4 check, king d5, and bishop e6 checkmate. Checkmate is coming, guys. Bishop g5, rook f4. So let's go bishop g5 check now. Where is your king going? King e4 is forced, and now bishop f3 will be the checkmate. The king in the center of the board. This is game over now. This is game over. Beautiful checkmate to finish the game. Let's come back a bit. The game was really tense. I mean, okay, so let's come back to this position. Bishop e7 take, and I really think pawn take is an interesting option to get some attack going and keep the center. Okay, so this was nice played by Ravim, trying to put pressure. I could have taken this knight, pawn take, and knight d4. But I was afraid of e3. Didn't really like it. I wanted to keep this bishop to attack the king. So I decided to go rook h6 again after queen d2, rook g6. It's looking pretty nice. Queen b3 was probably a mistake, just losing a tempo. It's hard to know how you play with white. Maybe you just go rook b1 and prepare b4. But it's always hard to attack the king when it doesn't give its address. So let's go further anyway. Knight f5, knight c3, and yeah, this knight e4, knight c3 coming back to b5 afterward was dangerous. So as you see, I needed to push my pawn to keep attacking. I mean, you can't lose time when you have opposite castle. You really need to go all in for the king of the opposite color. So f4, and here I think he was a bit impressed by the reading, and this queen exchange is just a mistake. So knight e2 is just winning the game. So he cracked a bit under pressure, but you see, you just when you just push your pawns like that and you don't lose time defending your king, making nonsense moves, you really put insane pressure on your opponent. And I mean, it's working till high ratings. So after queen a4, coming back knight e2. So if knight take, the queen is falling. King take, queen take, and nothing to say now. It's just game over. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned. Goodbye.